This video camera is tiny. For example, here it is next to a quarter, by an egg, with a shoe, being held by this little plastic doll that I got in Hawaii. It's so small that it's basically invisible. Like I might as well be holding a rock right now. Okay, I'm holding a rock. But the camera is right here, and I know you couldn't tell a difference. Don't act like you could tell a difference between the two. I know you couldn't. This camera might be tiny, but somehow it still records full HD video, giving it the title of the world's smallest cinema camera. All right, so calling this a cinema camera might be a little bit of a stretch, okay? But I am gonna try to make a movie with it. You heard me. For the next few days, I'll be pushing this camera to its absolute limit as I put it through the paces of a real film production. And there's only one rule. Every shot of this movie must be filmed with this camera. Okay, you might be wondering how I even found this thing. Well, the answer is I found it on a random niche website that I doubt you've even heard of. But if you want to check it out, it's called Amazon.com. Okay, seriously though, Amazon's algorithm is getting way too good. Every time I log on, I see these interesting little cameras and tech items on my homepage, and unfortunately for my bank account, I have a tendency to purchase these types of things. So when this little camera popped up, I honestly had no choice. It came with a keychain, which is handy. This camera is smaller than my key fob. I don't understand technology. Now, before I can start filming the movie, I need to write a script so that I can actually have something to film. And here's my idea. I have no ideas. So I spent the next few days brainstorming ideas, and it was pretty annoying because I literally couldn't think of anything. Not to mention, I don't know how I'm gonna mount this to a tripod. I'm not sure how long the battery lasts, and I don't know if it's durable enough to withstand a film shoot. But while I was having these doubts, an idea hit me smack in the face. Tiny camera shrinks objects that it photographs. You know what? That's not bad. What if a man, played by me, purchases the world's smallest camera? However, he discovers that the camera has a power to shrink any object it photographs. And what if he's conflicted because he doesn't know what to do with this newfound power? And what if the man, still played by me, is forced to make a life-altering decision because of this camera? That feels like a pretty good story. And since we're filming with the camera and using it as a prop, we need to buy another one. You're welcome, Jeff. Now that the script's done, it's time to film the opening scene of the movie. And I'm not gonna lie, the footage from this little thing looks shockingly good. When I was 15, I spent like $300 on a refurbished camera, and I'm pretty sure this little one shoots better quality video. Not to mention it's the size of a quarter and costs $25 with free shipping. So, thank you, Jeff. Aww. I'm so sorry. That is the last Jeff Bezos joke I'm gonna make in this video. Let's keep filming. So, now that I had the opening scene filmed, I started searching around my house for props that I could use. And then after that, I bought mini versions of these props so that I could make this shrinking effect happen. This is the scene where I'm shrinking my big car into the little car. I honestly have never done this before, so I don't really know if it's gonna work. 3, 2, 1. It's almost there, but it's not quite there. In 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna reshoot it. This was the first of many shots that I had to refilm while making this movie. And here's why. The shrinking of objects is a practical effect, which means that it's done entirely in camera without the help of any computer-generated imagery, also known as CGI. Practical effects are super useful because they can be done with just one simple cut like this. However, they're also tricky to pull off because if I bump the camera a little bit while changing items, the continuity is ruined and the effect looks really bad. And since the only thing holding the camera to the tripod is a piece of tape, the camera had a tendency to move, which made filming these effects pretty difficult. Let's keep filming. And action. So I just got done editing all those clips together, and so I went onto Artlist to look for music, and one of the first songs I played fit the footage perfectly. Like, I hardly had to cut. Just listen to this. No way. It's perfect. All right, it's time to film the final shot of the movie, and I want to try something crazy. You see, Hollywood movies often use camera cars like these to film action scenes, and I want to do the same, but for obvious reasons. My camera car is gonna look a little bit different. Hey, slow down. It's time. Okay guys, this is not gonna be easy. We need to work as a team, we need to be perfect, and we need to be united. Drive on 3. 1, 2, 3, drive! You have to go really slow.
I won't run it over.
You have to go really slow. Take one, finale scene, tiny camera, and action. Perfect, here we go. Oh gosh.
I ran over a stick.
And cut.
I'm ready to go.
So things were off to a bumpy start. In my head, this idea seemed really simple, but it turned out to be the hardest part of the shoot. Because if the bike was too fast, the car was too far away. And if the car was too fast, it was cropped out of the shot. So in order to make this work, we have to be perfectly in sync. And I really mean that, because as you'll soon find out, this shot is vital to the story.
Locked in, getting the information down just to make sure that post-production understands what are we shooting here, what are we trying to accomplish with this shot.
And post-production, that's going to be Isaac.
Yeah.
And director is Isaac.
Yep.
Talent,
Isaac, writer, Isaac. Does he need help? Guys, I gotta go get my dog from the groomer. So this is my last take.
This is the one.
And action.
Oh yeah.
Crazy times, can't you feel it? Is there a reason for it all? Maybe.
If this car hits like a leaf, it gets thrown off course.
Wait for it, here come the fall. Oh, your mind's been spun too.
Okay, pause real quick. The reason why my phone is on the gimbal is because the little camera is so light that the gimbal won't even function if it's by itself. So the phone is just acting as a weight. Okay, let's keep going. Action!
Who's little is here? Who's little is there? This is the real love.
That was really good.
So good.
Great driving.
Don't you think we should have just done the front
As a
shots?
director, you should encourage your team as much as
Paul?
possible. That can be high fives, fist bumps, and words of affirmation. You're doing good. Slow. Slow back.
Yep.
Yeah, hold it. Cut.
Is that good?
That got close. And just like that, we got the shot. Well, it actually took us like 2 hours, but still, it was a success. And now it's time to dump the footage so that I can start on the edit. But before I start editing, I want to pick a song to edit too. And just like earlier, I'm getting the song from Artlist. Every song that I've used in this entire video is from Artlist. However, they don't only just have music. Check this out.
You're saying that you took a photo of your car and then your car shrunk?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. That person that you just heard on the phone is actually a voiceover that I created with Artlist. You see, my character goes back and forth with a salesperson in the movie, and instead of trying to mimic that voice myself, I was able to paste my script into Artlist and have it give me a result that I just couldn't have done on my own.
Well, it sounds like someone didn't read through the manual very thoroughly.
What?
Have a good rest of your day.
So if you're looking for music, sound effects, and voiceover tools, use my link in the description where you'll get 2 free months off your annual subscription to Artlist. And thank you, Artlist, for sponsoring this video. So I've been keeping a secret. That shot we just filmed on the bike is gonna be edited by someone else. More specifically, a visual effects artist. And I have a meeting with him tomorrow morning. So I need to finish prepping this footage and get some good sleep. All right, it is 3:42 a.m. The reason why I'm up this early is because a guy named Tom lives in England and I'm about to meet him over video call. England is in a different time zone than Texas, so 10 a.m. for him is 4 a.m. for me. Hey! Yo! Tom, how's it going? Okay, I don't really know what happened here because this is mine and Tom's first time meeting each other, and we both just immediately started laughing for no apparent reason. So I instantly knew we were gonna get along, which is necessary because I'm about to ask him to do something crazy. But before I do, let me give you a little backstory. Tom does visual effects. Remember when we talked about CGI earlier in the video? Well, he does stuff like that. And as you can see, he makes very cool things. I'm honestly blown away that people know how to do stuff like this. This is insane. Anyway, a few months ago, we messaged about the possibility of working on a film together, and the time has come. I'm about to see if he's up for a challenge. Basically, just a reminder, it's 4 a.m. I cannot speak clearly. So here's what I said. Can you shrink me and put me inside of the toy car? I feel like you could somehow know how to do this. I don't know if you've looked at the footage. So I rambled on to Tom, telling him that I wanted to end this movie with a mini version of me driving the toy car. And to that, he said,
yeah, what I'm probably going to do is recreate some of the geometry and track it in. We basically can project you in the car onto the actual windscreen and stuff like that.
So that means he's gonna do it. And while he works on that, I'm gonna record sound effects because let me tell you, the audio from this thing is not very good. So while I was putting the final touches on the audio, Tom was doing some magical stuff in a software that I will never begin to understand, which is just crazy because when I was writing this script, I didn't even know if this shot was possible. And that was nerve-wracking because the entire weight of this story relies on me driving the toy car at the end. But looking back, there really wasn't a reason to be nervous because when you have a good team that rallies together, you can make just about anything come to life. And if you want to see it all come together, you can watch the movie right here. I love this camera, and honestly, without the help of a really good friend, I never would have even found it. So, thank you, Jeff. I am so sorry.